Live. Welcome to the Writer's Life. You get the sight, sound, smells, taste of my particular writer's life and where you get the truth about the writer's life. I got all these wires and stuff hanging around my desk. Oh shit! If you haven't, I'll get it later. If you haven't signed up, please subscribe, punch the like button, and tap the bell for notifications so that you don't miss out on one hugely exciting video. Talking about the recession. And for anybody who doesn't think we're in a recession, that's bovine scatology. We are definitely in a recession. We are in a technical recession. The GDP has been down at least 2 consecutive months, probably 3 at this point, if not 4. Even though the mainstream media will spin it for their own purposes and their own political purposes. But don't believe it because we're in a recession. Now, how does that affect us as authors and writers, artists, small business people, people who rely on their own brains and their own brawn, their own time, their own resources to make a living? It ain't easy, forget along with the recession we're having right now. We have terrifically high inflation. The Feds have announced that they are going to remain hawkish. I wonder what they know that we don't know, actually, because by now they sort of ease up a little bit, but they're not, because they want to see unemployment on the rise. They actually want to see people lose their jobs. That's part of it. That's in order to kill a recession and kill. No, I got it wrong. In order to kill high inflation, you need to go into a recession. And even if it's not politically expedient for your party to admit that, doesn't matter if it's Republican or Democrat, neither side would ever want to admit it, so especially with an election coming up in 3 weeks. Anyway, 4 weeks, 3 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks. Doesn't matter. Anyway, but you need to put people out of work. You need to make people broke. You need to stop the demand. And sounds counterintuitive, right? So in other words, how's that going to affect if people don't have jobs and if people don't have any money? How are they going to entertain themselves? Well, probably the first thing to go is going to be your cable TV bill, your cable TV. And like 10% of cable TV people, I've never had it anyway, good times or bad, have gotten out of their cable and now they just stream. And you give up like maybe the vacations, you give up going clothes shopping other than what you need for your kids, maybe. You give up a lot of things. You eat a little more chicken. You're not going out for sushi as much as you used to. You're not eating the big steaks like you used to. Like I remember, I grew up in the 70s and 80s. Like I remember Hamburger Helper and all that crap. My father was a contractor. He owned his own business. In fact, there hasn't been a Zandri on, my bloodline, a job with it, with an employer since 1946. We've always worked for ourselves. My dad used to say, always work for yourself, even if you have to return bottles and cans. Mm-hmm. That's what he said. So you got to do what he says, right? So it's in my small way, my small, humble, literary writing way, I'm returning bottles and cans. Which leads me to, during the last recession, I actually sold a ton of books, hundreds of thousands. And I remember talking to a buddy of mine, one of my best friends from college. And I'm like, why do you think that is, Pete? And he's like, because it's cheap entertainment. Simple as that. He's like, you can get a book, a Kindle book, for instance, maybe it's on sale for 99 cents or it's full price is $2.99 or $3.99, and it lasts almost as long as a Netflix series if you're people binge Netflix series and for the days, so it's you get good value for entertainment value for your buck. Simple as that. Am I saying that's going to happen this time around? I don't know. But I'm just saying for sure during the last real recession, like I did all right. And you might too. I don't know. So am I looking forward to the recession? No. Is it necessary? If the big guys say it is, I guess it is probably, politicians don't want to hear it. The average everyday American doesn't want to hear it. But sometimes you got to take your lumps, right? Anyway, a little recession talk for you today and how it might affect you as a writer. In any case, don't worry about it. Just keep writing your stories and keep moving on. And that's the only way you can handle it because eventually there'll be better days. All right. I hope to talk to you guys tomorrow. Oh, and also I might, try to do if you guys want it, I want to try to do maybe an Ask Me Anything on Friday. So instead of going live and just doing a video and cutting it, what I'll do is I'll come on live at like 4:30 Eastern Standard Time, and I'll stay live until I get enough people in the chat, and then you can ask me anything about the writer's life, about me, about the world, my opinion on things, about whatever floats your boat. All right. Anyway, maybe that will happen. Maybe it won't. Let me see what kind of response we get. All right. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Ciao, 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 ciao.